everybody, it's me, Nicole from Mind Body Pilates, and I want to talk to you today about common mistakes that I see in Pilates classes and with my own clients and patients that could be contributing or exacerbating your back pain or your neck pain. So being a physical therapist and a Pilates instructor, I'm a stickler on form, maintaining a core neutral position, and I want to show you some of the common mistakes that I see where people lose their alignment. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay back on the mat, and I hope that you join me. So when you are laying on your back for any exercises, you should maintain a neutral position. So what does neutral mean? It means that your pelvis, your pubic bone, and your two pelvic bones are in alignment. So common mistakes that I'll see is people either over tucking their pelvis and pressing their low back maximally into the mat, or the opposite, if they're doing an exercise that requires their legs to be out on a diagonal, if they don't have the strength to maintain this, I'll often see the ribs flare and the back overarch, which is going to put a lot of stress and strain on the back. So I want to teach you how to avoid doing those two things. So we're going to start with some basic breathing. You're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you breathe out, that's when you're going to engage the muscles in your pelvic floor and your deep core. So on your exhale, you're going to think about gently tightening the pelvic floor muscles and pulling that tension right up under your belly button without tilting your pelvis forward or backward. And then you're going to inhale and relax. You can do 10 repetitions of this just to get your core warmed up. Again, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, pulling that pelvic floor up and in, belly button to the spine, inhale and release. So once you get good at that, then there's another series of exercises that you can do to challenge the stability in neutral. We can do bent knee fallouts, we can do single leg marches, and the list goes on, but we'll get to that eventually. So another common mistake that we just talked about is when people overarch their back when they're going into harder exercises. So to avoid this, we need to do something called imprinting. Imprinting means that we're also going to pull in the rectus abdominis and our obliques to stabilize our core. So then we're doing harder exercises, you don't overarch. So in order to do this, you're going to again breathe in through the nose. As you breathe out through the mouth, you still engage pelvic floor and pull belly button to spine. But now we're really going to think about cinching and knitting those ribs down and together. And then inhale and release. Now watch me closely. As I exhale and imprint, you might see a little bit of a tuck in that pelvis. And when I come back to neutral, you see a little bit of a release. So it's not a huge movement, but I'm getting all my abdominals to contract together. Inhale and relax. The common mistake that I would see again is people really over tilting that pelvis and their tailbone comes up, pubic bone comes up, and we want to avoid that. So then when I go in to do a harder exercise, if I want to get both of my legs up in tabletop and do a double leg stretch, I'm going to take that inhale to prepare. On my exhale, I'm going to imprint and then extend my legs out and in, like so. And hopefully you saw that I was able to maintain some good stability without letting my ribs pop open or over tuck the pelvis. I hope that these tips and tricks will help you in your future workouts. Drop a comment below and let me know if you incorporate any of this into your routine, and I'll see you soon.